I describe retirement? And I thought back a few years ago, many years ago, I heard my mother talking with her friend. I overheard them. They were visiting our house, or my mother's home. And I heard my mother say she never asks for anything in prayers. She just says thanks. And I thought that's really what I can say if I wanted to give one word about my life as a friar, or my life in retirement, is the word thanks. Everything hasn't been great. There's been ups and downs. But basically, it's been a good life. I was really convinced that God was dealing with me from the time I was in high school. My homeroom teacher was encouraging me to take an exam for a college education, college scholarship. But fortunately, I did, and I went to Siena College, and that was my first experience with the Franciscan Friars. I was really only there a semester and a half when I said, this, I think, is a life for me. And in those days, you transferred and you went to Calicut. And just the other day, as we were celebrating the Transitus, somebody asked me how many Transitus I celebrated. And I said, I think it's about 70 or 71, because when I was at Siena, we had the day off for the Transitus. But it's been good years. Many of them were spent in education. I was taught at Timon High School for a while, a little over 20 years at Siena College, 13 of them as president, which was exciting and interesting. Remember, Michael Judge said it can be painful, but it's always interesting, and that was true. And then I went to Philly for a year. Again, really a wonderful experience working with the poor there and working with Michael Duffy. And after that, I was asked to go to North Carolina, to Greensboro. I was only there about a year, and then I was transferred to Boston. And I was here for 10 years, and then after that, I went to Holy Name Church on 96th Street, which was an exciting time. And then I transferred to 31st Street, and then I had a stroke on a subway. And I didn't know I had it, but I got off at the subway station in the middle of Queens, and there were two cops there, and they said, do you want to get off at this station? This is a bad area. And I said, well, I'm trying to get back to New York, and I got on the wrong subway. And they asked to see my ID, and I must have been stumbling in my speech. And the next thing I woke up, I was in the hospital, and I was diagnosed that I had a stroke. Get older and get closer to the Lord. On this earth, you try to get closer to Him in your spiritual life. So I can just say I can be very thankful for the years I've had from the time I entered Siena College till today. It's been a fulfilling life. People like myself that are able to do things, I think if you can get to some kind of a friary where you can do, say Mass if they're a priest, or confessions if they're a priest, or to serve the community in some way. But I'd say try to accept it and know that you're not going to be able to do the things you did when you were 30, but we take these things in stride, and we can look back and see people taking our place, and some of our work continues. I'd say face the future with hope, and God provides.